of the Will Be Blood Fight Show. Okay, fight fans, we're just gonna respond to some actually emails that were sent to me about the rematches of Cotto, Margarito, Williams, and clottey, and who would I pick with Mayweather facing either one of those guys. Okay, well, first off, I'm gonna say Cotto. I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to talk about him. Reason being is because we don't know how Cotto's going to reform back from his beat from Margarito. For all I know, he's still in the emergency room. We don't know. Okay, so it'd be really unfair for anybody to talk about Cotto facing any of the elite right now when we don't know how he's going to react on his comeback fight, which would be either late this year or beginning of next year. So that's really unfair. But the Margarito versus clottey fight, I'm not going to talk about that fight either because I already made a vid about it. And if you haven't, seen it, go check it out. It's on my page and stuff. And the Williams and Margarito fight, I'll talk about that real quick. I did talk about it before, but I'll talk about it again, recap it. Now, really that's a pick 'em fight. Margarito wouldn't really have his way like the way he did with Cotto because Cotto was a much smaller welterweight. If anything, it's going to be a little bit different fight with Williams. Williams being a big welterweight, okay? And really, in the first fight, you saw that Margarito couldn't be the bully. He wasn't really able to push back Williams, okay? And Williams a very volume puncher. But the thing, though, is that if Margarito was to start early, he could have a possible win. He could walk away as the victor out of that fight, all right? But like I said, it's a really pick 'em fight. It really depends on either one of those fighters who dares to be great on that night. So my pick is as good as your pick right now. I don't know. Until that fight happens, then we'll know. Now, Margarito versus Mayweather, well, that's a good, interesting fight there, okay? The fact of the matter is no matter what, if you're not a Floyd Mayweather fan or whatnot, etc., you got to respect Floyd's skills. Floyd is a very gifted fighter, okay? Whether he comes back from retirement and faces a Margarito, we don't really know the outcome of it. But I will tell you this, he would be the favorite of that fight. Now, Margarito is a much more slower fighter than Mayweather, okay? Now, you know what's funny is that in order for Margarito to be held in the same breath of Julio Cesar Chavez or Eric Morales and Barrera or Salvador Sanchez, he would have to blow out Mayweather. You know what I mean? And then all Mexicanos, all Raza, all Latinos would even watch Margarito no matter who he fought. They wouldn't even care. Just like Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I mean? Right now, back in the days when Julio was a superstar, if somebody would call you up and say, hey bro, check it out, man, Julio's up the street right now. He's going to knock some dude out over for $10. There'd be like over 30,000 people on that corner block just to watch it. And they would pay to watch it. So in order for Margarito to get that kind of stature, he would have to blow out Mayweather. And that's a difficult task within himself already. Reason being is because Floyd is such a difficult fighter to hit. Now, bad thing for Floyd, though, is that he likes to do the little turtle shell type of style, puts the arm here, puts the shoulder out, or he walks himself back to the ropes. That's really bad to do against Margarito, because Margarito is one of those kind of fighters, he doesn't care where he lands. He just throws, And really, if you're a big boxing fan like I am and stuff, the way to beat Floyd is to follow Castillo's road, the way he had fought Mayweather in the first fight, okay? The thing, though, is that Mayweather is a very intelligent fighter. He knows how to adjust. Where Margarito would have to really pray for is that Mayweather adjusts too late. Because he's going to adjust within that fight, with those 12 rounds. He is going to adjust. But you got to hope that he adjusts too late. Where it's too late for you to adjust, buddy, because you're already beaten up, your legs are gone, and I'm getting to you, and I possibly knock you out. So, but that really happening, it's kind of hard because, like I said, Mayweather's a very intelligent person. Not only is he intelligent, his corner's intelligent. And when you have a good corner, you're always going to have a good fight plan. That's the key to boxing and stuff. Now, Williams versus Mayweather, again, Mayweather is the favorite of that fight. You gotta pick him. Even though Williams has got the height and the long reach, that doesn't matter against a guy that's just so gifted. The guy's gifted. You gotta give it to him. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to hit. By the time Williams sits down on his punches, and even when he throws volume punches, money's not going to be there anymore. He's going to be at the bank cashing his dough already. You know what I'm saying? You know, so Williams would really have to adjust to Mayweather style, okay? And he would have to be a pressure fighter, which he normally doesn't do. And if you remember, Carlos Santana was able to outbox Williams. Williams knocked him out because Santana allowed him to sit on his punch to land. Mayweather won't do that. So, favor Mayweather. All right. Now, clottey versus Williams. Clottey, really, his name is only being brought up because of my arm got hurt. My left arm, both my arms weren't working when I fought Margarito. But really, if that didn't happen, I think Clottey would kind of be just in the mix of all the welterweights. Okay, he wouldn't really be anybody like, oh shit, you know, this guy we want to see. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's in there, and you got to give it to him. He's a tough welterweight and stuff, and I think you'd give either one of those guys problems. But to say that he would beat any of them, nah, no, I don't think he can. But he would give a good effort, and that's all that counts, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm your host, Dave Duenas, and this was another edition of There Will Be Blood. If you're going to comment the show. If you're watching it, subscribe to it. If you don't like my show, hey, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of fight shows out there to watch. There's Blood Boxing, Midnight Boxing, my boy, the Body Banger. You got to check out those other shows too. And like I said, you know, stick with it. Boxing is not dead. Don't get all you know, emotional that your fighter is not winning, or one of those commentators, or we talk about your fighter. It's not personal. It's just our outlook of what that fighter is about. Okay? Again, thanks for watching.